Today we're going to talk about the IronQuad Explorer HD system. If you see my other video about this, I had it mounted on top of the X-Maxx, and I told y'all I wanted to mount it a different way so we could do more with it without fear of damaging the camera. Well, thanks to fellow YouTuber Sam Halstrom, we have a mount. This is his mount. Okay, so he was kind enough to provide me with the STL files to mount the IronQuad 2. Okay, 3D printed mount. The only thing that I changed was that I drilled the holes in this plate that come with the IronQuad out to 1/8 inch, and I drilled the holes in his template to 3/32. That way I could use the same bolts to bolt this to the plate that we used to bolt all these pieces together. Okay, and those bolts are actually 3mm by 10mm, and his plate actually has a little loop you put the strap through for your battery. The straps that I'm using are, and I will put a link to them in the description below as well, they are Apex RC products. They are it's a 5-pack. They're basically 8-inch by 1-inch rubberized straps. Now I also put some Velcro on the bottom to hold the battery even better. This whole thing will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so there's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bolts. Okay, but that's it. That's the mount. Okay, let's get the old X-Maxx up here and show y'all how this thing goes on here. So here you go. Take your battery cables, feed them up through just to get them out of the way. Set this thing down, and it snaps. It snaps, and that's it. Now, do you think the snaps are strong enough to hold it? Look at that. I'm lifting the whole truck off the ground just with the snaps. Now, if you do have problems with it, you can always run a couple zip ties around each one of these corners. I'll give you a side view of what this thing looks like. It's snapped on there. That's it. That's the complete setup. Now, you do have to cut a hole in the body. Let me show you what I've done to the body. So I took one of my old indestructible bodies, cut the window, cut the side windows, and then I added this tubing to it because you don't want the body coming loose or flying off on you and take a chance on damaging your camera. Okay, I'll put a link to this tubing down below as well. This is one of the best things I've ever added to my X-Maxx. The body can still come loose, but it cannot come off the truck. Excuse me. There was a guy that was selling these kits out on eBay, Mad Labs RC. I'm not sure if he's still selling them or not. If he is, then you can buy the kits from him. They weren't very expensive. That's where I got my original kits from. But these are cut for the X-Maxx. They're cut 24 inches long. Kind of wrap them up, put a couple pieces of tape on them, and I have a video out on my channel showing how to install these and all that good stuff. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. All right, let's get all this stuff set up, and let's go out and have a little fun with this IronQuad system. See y'all in a bit. All right, let's see what this thing will do. I tried to sync up both videos the best as I could so you guys can not only see what I'm seeing, but see what the GoPro was seeing as well. I still can't get over how stable this video is. I mean, you can see the truck bouncing around. We're going to ride around, do a few wheelies, see what we can do just in the backyard. Yep, almost rolled it there, but we saved it. Another wheelie. Y'all hear that popping? I've got to take this thing back apart. It's got to be coming from the front end. It's got to be. I've replaced everything in the back end. New bulkheads, new gears, everything. But that's where it sounded like it was coming from. Alright, let's come back around. See if we can do a little more with this thing. I will say it's not as easy as you might think it would be. Oh yeah, putting around? Yeah, no big deal. But you can't really see over that front end. But I can look around, I can see where I'm going, and I can look and make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Which is always pretty cool. So the next one I'm working on is the Max Slash. I just got the body back today with the clear windshield and everything, and working on some mounts for that. Alright, let's line this jump up. Let's see what we can do with a jump. Why not, right? We got to test this mount. See what all is going to happen here. See, that was pretty good. It was nice and smooth. Pretty good through the air. Let's see if we can do a little better. Line her back up. And then let's give it a little more, see if we can get a little more distance out of it. See, at this point, it happens so fast that you don't realize you're not level. And you can see from the other video, it came down right on the butt. Now you notice the front ends pop loose on that body, but them straps are holding that body on. So we're not losing that body. And I probably should have stopped here, because you can see here that the mount has come loose from the chassis. The camera mount has come loose from the chassis. But I said, you know what? Let's see if we can actually pull off a flip. So we're going to line this thing up and see if we can't just do a back flip. Now, from my vantage point, I thought I actually did a backflip, but if you look, no, I actually landed on the nose and then it flipped back over on its wheels. But looking through the FPV headset, I really thought I did a backflip and pulled it off.
Camera's outside the truck.
But then the camera slid right out the front windshield, as you can see. So it's going to take some getting used to learn how to land this thing and drive it with this FPV system. Knowing when to give it brakes and everything. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. Because you know we're going to do bigger things with this. And we're going to get out there and we're going to send this thing to the moon to see what's going on, what's going to happen with it. I can't wait for IronQuad to come out with their HD version. They're coming out with an HD and in 4K. Stay tuned for more.